The 10 love languages of salespeople. Most sales leaders think motivation is simple. They think if you pay people enough money, they'll perform. If you increase commission, they'll work harder. If you create incentives, they'll magically become more productive. But if you've ever managed a sales team, you know that's not how it works. Because salespeople are people first. And just like people have different love languages in relationships, salespeople have different love languages inside an organization. Some want recognition, some want that competition. Some want autonomy, some want mentorship, some want purpose. And when you try to motivate everyone the same way, you end up frustrating your best performers and losing great talent. So today I want to break down what we call the 10 love languages of salespeople and how understanding them can completely change the way you recruit, lead, and retain and motivate top talent. So if you're watching this video, odds are you're a manager, a team lead, you lead an organization or leading sales teams. You've noticed, hey, listen, I try to incentivize my guys. Here's $100 if you do this. Here's $1,000 if you do this. Here's a free rental car for the weekend if you do this. Some people step up to the plate. Some people, they're not even motivated. They're not even phased. How do I get my team to perform? What do I need to do to make sure I'm actually feeding their love language? And ultimately, what am I missing out on? Doesn't it make sense if I just offer more money, they should just want to drive? Isn't that what business is all about? Well, guess what? Maybe there's an opportunity for them to leave an hour early to pick up their kids at school. Man, that's their love language. That's all they need. Or maybe just recognizing them in the huddle in the morning. That's all they want. Letting them just speak for 10 minutes with you saying nothing but 2 words is their love language. Everybody's driven differently. Everybody wants to feel needed. Everybody wants to feel that. But if you're able to master it in sales, you'll get the most out of your team. And if you get the most out of your team, what does that do to the bottom line? What does that do to their commission? What does that do to their life changes? What does it do with how their life changes and how they show up to the office? I can't wait to share with you in this video. If you don't already know, my name is Antonio Manalfi. I represent entrepreneurs around the world, and I look forward to sharing a little bit more about how at Bet David Consulting, we share the 10 love languages for salespeople. Number 1, feeling needed. There's an opportunity for somebody on your team to just say, man, listen, without you, this couldn't be possible. Without you, the way you bring your attitude, your effort, the innovation to the team, nothing would be the same without you. They want to be felt like they're needed. They want to be there in the room and they want to know, man, somebody notices my hard work. Number 2 is getting recognition. Man, some people just want to know that their hard work is recognized. Man, listen, I was at the office until 10 p.m. every single night. If I don't get that recognition, if I'm someone who wants that recognition, man, you lose me. Why? Because I know I put in the extra effort. That's my love language. Just tell me I'm doing a good job. They need to know that their peers heard that they put an extra effort than everybody else, and that feeds their void, that feeds their want, their desire, their courage. It fills their gas tank. Feeling recognized amongst their peers is very important. Number 3, receiving praise. It could be public, it could be private, it could be behind their backs. But knowing that someone says something good about them behind their backs, man, it does something to someone who especially has a strong ego, or someone who has, they're very sensitive, or someone who might be newer at the role. They might not have the strongest identity, but if they receive that praise, man, it can make them go above and beyond. When was the last time you fed into your team? When was the last time you thought one of the guys on the team that's a big personality just needs to be a strong driver? But meanwhile, you forgot to just feed into their love language. Maybe their love language is praise. Hey, listen, I see what you're doing behind the scenes. I see what you wanted to do. I see how when you told me you wanted to do this with your spouse, that if you get this result, you show up different. When you show up different, the kids and the family walk out of the house at night when you pull up in the driveway. Got it. Man, that means a lot to me. Well, listen, I look forward to it. I'm happy to share it. Praise, 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 praise. That's number 1, especially with people who are a little bit more, it's a combination of being needed, wanting to see that they're actually doing the right work, and you see it as well. Number 4, clear direction. They have all the training. They have all the tools. They just need to know where they're going. And man, they feel like they're on fire because you care about them. Someone who is a driver, they might say, listen, you can tell me where to go. I'm going anyways. But someone who really needs to know what a clear direction, where to go, they feel more confident. They feel like they're seen. And they're probably someone who's very structured that needs that as a mentality. Number 5, they just need the vision. They need to know, listen, if I'm actually able to do this is where the company's going. This is the role I can play. This is the way I fit into the vision here. Got it. Number 6, selling me the dream. Man, if you stay consistent, if you are reliable, if you come through, if you read the books, if you watch the videos, if you do your part, this is what's possible. Sell me the dream. Sell me the vision. Man, some people, listen, they get caught up in the hard work. It's a late night. They got a couple calls that didn't go the right way and they want someone just to be there for them. Resell them the dream, resell them the vision, especially if they're 1099. Patrick Bet David shared this with me. Everybody who's a 1099 subcontractor, they have a clock above their head. That clock is counting down. That clock is telling you how long before they quit. It's your job as a CEO to reset that clock. And sometimes they need to be helped. They need support. They need to be resold the vision. Number 7, dream machine. Man, no matter what. Hey, John, listen, if you do this, imagine you can get how fast you can get the house. John, if you do this, imagine how fast you can get the jet. John, if you do this, imagine how soon you could pay off mom's car. John, if you do this, imagine how much money you could put in savings account. John, if you do this, imagine how many people you know your name. John, if you do this, imagine how many people would see you as the Roger Bannister, would see you as someone who came through. If you stay consistent, if you do this, this is what's possible. You're making them dream. You're making them see amongst big opportunities above them. Maybe it's just to be respected. Maybe when you walk into a room, everybody was quiet. Imagine that. Sell them that dream machine. Number 8, involvement and inclusion. Man, that's great. But you know what? Man, going on those trips, I just want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of the conversation. You can pay me more. You can give me time off. You can do all these different things. It's not going to drive me. I just want to know when there's a meeting, I'm a part of it. I don't like to be left out. That FOMO, that fear, feeding into that language of, listen, you're a part of it. Man, every time there's an event, John's a part of it. Every time there's an event or an opportunity, he always qualifies. Why? He doesn't want to be left out. So if you create a campaign or an opportunity to just give money, he doesn't care. He wants to be in that room. Why? Because he wants to be noticed and doesn't want to get left behind. Number 9, challenge and accountability. There's people where they're driven maniacally, relentlessly by their coaches. They do very well because they love to be challenged and held accountable. But if they have a teacher who's a female and they don't challenge them as much, they're going to act out or they're not going to do as well. They're not going to do that. That's an example for a student. But what about at work? If someone on your team needs to be challenged, they're a driver, they're maniacal, they want to beat their prior best, but you don't hold them accountable, it's like, man, what am I doing here? My family holds me accountable. My spouse holds me more accountable. My brother calls me on my things. Why aren't you calling me out? They want to feel like they're in the right place where they're going to beat their prior best and you have their back by holding them accountable. And last one, number 10, is listen and guidance. There's an opportunity for everybody here to say, you know what? Okay, I'm ready for a conversation. Knowing that John, he'll talk for 5-10 minutes and you have to say one word and he will be the happiest person in the office. Sometimes they just want to hear you out or they want to be heard. They want to know that there's somebody there that can hear what's going on in their life. You say one word, they'll leave that office most fired up. You have no idea why. I said one word, doesn't matter. They just want to voice it. They wanted someone who you look genuinely interested, you nod, you shared some feedback, you said a few words. They know you listened to it, you fed the void, that's it. You want to try to pay that person more money? It's not going to work. You might lose that person. Or it's like, nah, you're wrong. I didn't lose them, but they're on the team still. Got it. How effective are they? Year over year growth, 10, 15%, 2% growth, no growth, flat. Probably why. I'm sharing this message because every single year we have an event called the Sales Leadership Summit, an event that Patrick Bet-David hosts, and we go through everything sales related, innovative campaigns, comp structure, all these systems and strategies, love languages for sales team, turning someone from a sniper into a platoon leader, allowing everybody to come together. And this is one framework we share. You'll be surprised that these 10 different frameworks, if you outline it for who is driven by who, and you change the way you approach the business, the way that you create innovative campaigns, the way you feed into their love language, who shows up, why they show up, and you'll be coming back to this video saying, man, I really wish I saw this sooner. I really wish I was able to implement this. I look forward to seeing what you change, how it implements, and of course, how it affects the team and what comes of it. Either way, thanks for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.